Hi, everybody. Sam Kavaris in the samsportsline.com Sports Update. Wanted to give you an update, in fact, about the Jaguars playing 2 games in London. I talked with Jaguars president Mark Lamping this morning. And the one thing that I said yesterday about the Jaguars making more money by playing maybe 2 games as the visitor over there, it turns out that that's not how they're working it these days, that the Jaguars themselves basically are made whole by the league, and every other team is made whole by the league by going and playing in London as the visitor. So if you went to play the Titans in Tennessee, and if it cost you X amount of dollars to move that game to London to play them, the league gives you the money for it. Usually it's about $750,000. The home team, by the way, gets $1 million to host a game over there, and that comes from the league. Which brings you to, all right, so why are they taking 2 home games now to London? Well, according to Lamping, the Lot J project, the Shipyards project, Dailies, and playing a second game there will put the Jaguars in a position financially to be able to compete in the league and create a revenue stream that will allow them, by 2023, they expect, to revisit and bring a game back here. Well, that's certainly what you're looking for. So if they're telling us the truth, and I take them at their word, that, look, they're just trying to keep the franchise on equal footing with other teams in the league while they get these other revenue streams going, then that's fine. He assured me that they have no plan to play a third game in London 2021 or a 4th game in Stuttgart or Barcelona in 2022. So it stinks. It stinks for Jaguar fans locally on a short-term basis. And he even said, look, the short-term pain made by these hard decisions will eventually ensure the long-term stability of the franchise in Jacksonville. Well, when he said that, my ears perked up because he said the long-term stability of the franchise in Jacksonville. And he said, yeah. He said, Shad has given me the charge to do whatever it takes to ensure the long-term stability of the franchise in Jacksonville. Now, when it comes to Khan, I can't discount, and I don't think you can either, the hundreds of millions of dollars that he's already spent in town and the more hundreds of millions as he expects to spend in Jacksonville. So he has a commitment to Jacksonville that I think is real. But we'll watch very closely, I can tell you that, as to what they do in the next few years when it comes to a lot of things that are going on downtown, the development that they're having, the 2 games that they're playing in London. None of that has to do with the fans until 2023, when we start talking about the revenue that they can still get by staying at home. And eventually, by the way, if we want to be competitive as an NFL city, we're going to have to step up and renovate or rebuild or build a new stadium. When that comes, one of the negotiating points is, hey, you got to play your games here. You can't be taking them away. So we'll talk more about that as it goes on. I understand the Jaguars' point, but I can tell you, the way they did this, it's a strategic error, I think, by Shad and by Lamping. They shouldn't have just dropped this in the middle of the week and said, hey, we're playing 2 games in London, because all we ever heard was, hey, you're taking another game home, a home game away from us. Lots more to say about that. I'll have an article about that in the Times-Union and on Sam Sportsline coming up as well. For now, I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the samsportsline.com Sports Update.